Caution lights go dark. We are ready to go. TNR Contracting late model street stocks coming to the green flag. What do you think about that finish? Show of hands, who thinks Craig Hanisch won? Show of hands for J.J. Zabel. Those of you who are right there. J.J. Zabel gets the win. The margin of difference, 0.016 at the stripe. Hanisch second. Corey Yai will finish in third as we go to the finish of heat race number 2. If you recall, Tyler Zabel had trouble in hot laps, scheduled to start outside row number 1, doesn't make the call. So we're ready to go. 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 2, TNR Contracting, late model street stocks. Heat race number 2 goes into the books for the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stocks. Another close finish, 0.08 of a second. Dave Kukta in the 27 over the 1 of Travis Shores. Troy Shores finishes 3rd in the 12, Zach Olivier 4th, 71. Then Pat Stoffer and Marty Grilly 5th and 6th. Field set to go, 7 cars, 8 laps, final heat race for the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stocks. Well, a couple of different storylines going on right now. The 24 of Darwin Edema, the 2014 Wagner Speedway champion, slowed on the front straightaway. You can see him coming around the top of turn number 2. Looks like he's exiting the track. Sitting backwards there is the 13 of Brian Hoeing. Green will come back out. 5 to go. Heat race number 3 of the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stocks. Final heat race for the TNR Contracting Street Stocks. This driver's on a roll. Briley Goff in the 83X gets the win. John Hoeing 2nd in the 55. The 40 of Tim Dan 3rd, and Brian Hoeing 4th in the 13. TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock. A feature is 18 laps in distance. We're ready for the green. Dave Kukta, JJ Zabel side by side on the opening row. They will bring us to the green for 18 laps of action. Kukta has the initial lead, brings them off of turn number 4. Behind them, they're 4 wide and trading paint, if race cars had paint anymore. Still 4 wide for the third spot. Shores to the top in the number 1, and Travis Shores is going to get 3 passes off of turn number 2. J.J. Zabel right in front of Shores, and the 29Z running in second. Still big battles going on deeper in the field. Things sorting out here early in this one. But from 4th on back, it's I-94 at rush hour. Dave Kuchta, your leader. J.J. Zabel in second, getting the pressure now from the one of Travis Shores, Brian Hoeing, and Troy Shores. The rest of the top 5 that time by the stripe as the 71 of Zach Oliveira going around off of turn number 2. It'll be interesting here. Dave Kuchta is your leader in the 27. He may have some mud piled in the right rear tire, which would give him a bad vibration. We'll find out. We go back to green. 15 to go. Run for the lead. Here comes the number 1 of Travis Shores. He's got it down the back straightaway and into turn 3. A little push up there in the middle, but your new leader is the number 1 of Travis Shores. Dave Kuchta in that second spot, and I'm telling you, he's got a right rear full of mud. He gets a good drive off of turn number 2, however. J.J. Zabel in third has company by the name of Troy Shores in the 12. Craig Hanish just behind them. Hanish will take a peek to the inside of both of those drivers, going 2 for 1 off of 4. Shores goes to the top into 1, trying to go by the 29Z. He'll have that spot, and he tries to go 2 for 1, but Hanish will slide up and take his line off of turn 2 and down the back chute. Zabel trying to come back after the 12 of Shores, and he'll do so off of 4. The 64 of Corey Yaya lurking back there in the 6th spot, watching that 3-car tussle in front of him. Tim Dan in the 40 machine off the pace here on the front straightaway. And the yellow will come out for him. Caution lights go dark, ready for the restart. 12 laps to go. Your leader is Travis Shores in car number 1. Craig Hanish got a great restart in the 45 up to position number 2. Has the 12 of Troy Shores trying to hang on to the very top lip of the racetrack, but the yellow's going to come out for him. So caution lights going dark right there. Green blinks. We're ready to go. 12 laps remaining on this one. Travis Shores good run off of turn number 2. This time Craig Hanish doesn't get the run, but Corey Yai does. The 64 from 5th looking for 2nd off of turn number 4. Can't get there. Kuchta has it. Trouble here in the 4th turn. There's debris on the track, and the 21 of Ron Howe slow out there. And the yellow comes out again. So we're ready for those green lights to come back on, get back into racing here in the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock feature. Shores gets up and over the cushion just a little bit as he checks up. Hanish does so, and the 64 of Yai gives a little howdy-doody to the back end of the 45. Kuchta slides up in that 2nd spot. Now Hanish will look to his inside in turn number 1. The 45 going to throw the haymaker sliding up the racetrack. And Kuchta gives him a shot, and here comes Yai around the outside. Riley Goff, here comes last week's winner in the 83X into the top 5. Working the bottom and looking for 3rd. He's got it down the front straightaway. Goff from outside row 6 into the top 5 and into the mix. 3 cars racing for 2nd right now. Hanish has it. Yai all over him, and Goff right there. Halfway. Somebody made contact with the front straightaway wall. I think it was a 71 of Zach Olivier. Got the right rear into it down the front chute. No problems there. They continue on. Just had some early fireworks. 7 laps remaining. The number 1 of Travis Shores out front by a second and a half over the 45. And trouble for the number 14. Marty Grilly slow here on the front straightaway. We'll see if he can dip it to the inside here in turn 1. He'll do so. So he doesn't. Yellow comes out. Seven to go as we come to the green. Hanisch takes a peek to the inside of Shores. Shores should have the momentum off the corner, but Hanisch able to stick there with them. Down into turn 3 they'll go. Hanisch will try the middle. Goff is on the bottom. Yai is on the top. Hanisch still right there with your race leader, and here comes a big run from the 64 of Corey Yai. Yai working to the outside of Hanisch. Hanisch still in position number 2, but this has been where the 64 is getting his run off of the second turn as Shores moves down to defend from the 45 of Hanisch. As that happens, Goff sticking his nose on the bottom of the racetrack. And into the top 5 comes the 71 of Olivier. The yellow flag coming out, the 57 of Pat Stauffer and slow in 3 and 4. Pat Stauffer and slow at the top of 3 and 4 brings us back under the caution now with 4 laps to go. We go back to action with Travis Shores setting the pace. Craig Hanisch looking for the lead, and he's got it off of turn number 2, a new leader. Shores going to throw it in on the bottom. Car pushes up on him. Hanisch pushing up. Yai on the outside of Shores, just sneaking around the outside. So now Yai into second. Shores in third. As Michaela Volz goes around in turn 2, yellow is out. Three laps remain. Craig Hanisch at the point. Back underway. Number 1 of Travis Shore is going to try to get that run off of turn number 2. Not quite as much moisture up there as there was earlier in the race. He's got a big push going into turn 3. Trying to get back to the 45 of Hanisch now with 2 to go. Hanisch slipping up the racetrack. Shores closing in. They're 3 wide deep in the field still. Shores to the bottom. Hanisch defending that. White flag flies. Goff takes third. Olivier into fourth, and Yai slips back to 5th. Final time off of turn number 2. They're trying to squeeze the brakes and not break the tires loose. They'll dive into turn 3. Craig Hanisch off of the corner. He'll get the win in the 45. From the 10th starting position to the win tonight, the 45 of Craig Hanisch, victorious in the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stocks. Travis Shores a half second behind him in the number 1. Briley Goff finishes 3rd from 12th in the 83X. Corey Yai 4th. Zach Olivier 5th in the 64 and 71. John Hoying 6th in the 55. 29Z, J.J. Zabel 7th. 27, Dave Kook to 8th. Troy Shores 9th in the 12. And Matt Sturwald completing your top 10 in car number 3.